You know what time it is? It's time for another one of these Habs news update thingymajiggys. And in today's jiggy, we're going to talk about all the recent news surrounding the Montreal Canadiens. We're going to talk about the contract negotiations with Lane Hutson. We're going to talk about Ivan Demidov and how you pretty much got to dial 911 to get his ass off the ice. All that and more in today's update, but first, I want to tell you a little bit about the sponsor of today's video, Miraj Trading. And let me ask you something. Are you obsessed with buying hockey cards? Do you like to dabble in hobby boxes from time to time? Of course you do. Well, MirageTrading.com has every single hobby box you could possibly be looking for. They're big fans of the Montreal Canadiens, just like you and me. And you can find their links in the description of today's video. If you're looking for a moose, you go to the woods. If you're looking for codfish, you go to the ocean. And if you're looking for Ivan Demidov, you go to Broussard, okay? And it doesn't matter if it's dinner time, supper time, 2 a.m. on a Sunday. He's there, stick handling, or arguing with the Zamboni driver. Because Zambonis clean the ice, but they also kind of get in the way when you're trying to stick handle and shit. Now, I personally haven't seen anybody trained like this since friggin' Rocky 4. And it's really starting to sink in. I'm actually starting to get really excited about it because deep down inside, I know that he's going to have an immediate impact on the team just like Lane Hutson did last season. You see, two of these guys are what I like to call instant game changers. And whatever your Demidov expectations are right now heading into next season, don't be shocked at all if this kid goes out there and just shatters, okay? Shatters. Now, Kent Hughes also had some high praise for him during a recent interview, even going as far as saying that Demidov's work ethic right now is unparalleled. I mean, you gotta love it. There's a lot of reasons for Habs fans to be excited right now as we inch closer and closer to the season. And this little sorcerer right here is definitely one of them. Moving on to Michael Hage now. Michael Hage, who was listed at 190 pounds on his hockey DB profile. Well, guess what? According to Nicholas Cloutier of TVA Sports, after a full summer of heavy weightlifting and probably an ungodly amount of bologna and potatoes, Hage is now over 200 pounds, which is definitely going to be a big help for him when he's battling for the puck, okay? He's bigger. He's also been dedicating quite a bit of time during the offseason to improve his play without the puck, which is something that he admitted he needed to focus on. And his little bro, Alex, just signed with the Niagara Ice Dogs. So lots of good stuff going on in the Hage family right now. And speaking of signings, I just wanted to sneak this little piece of information in here. Former Habs defenseman Josh Georges. Now there's a name I haven't heard in a while. He was recently hired as an assistant coach of the Kelowna Rockets. Now back in the day, Josh Georges was actually one of my favorite defensemen. He was an absolute warrior for the Montreal Canadiens for about 8 seasons. My God, there was some nights it felt like he stopped more pucks than Carey Price. But one of my favorite memories of all about Josh Georges, if you're wondering what kind of guy he is that when the Habs eventually decided to part ways with him and find him a new home, he flat out refused a trade to the Toronto Maple Leafs because after all these battles on the ice, he just couldn't stomach putting that ugly ass jersey over his head. Just saying. That's the kind of guy old Georges is. I always had a lot of respect for him, and I wish him nothing but the best as he begins this new chapter of his life. Now, next up, and last on the list, we're going to talk about the latest on Lane Hutson, who's about to play the third and final year of his contract before he becomes a restricted free agent. Well, the good news is, according to Marco D'Amico and Shiftboy RG Media, contract negotiations are ongoing. Yes, of course. You see, it seems like they're in a really good place right now. They're confident they're going to be able to get a deal done, but they just haven't reached that sweet spot yet. You know what I mean? And it almost seems like the cost might not actually be as bad as you think. All right? After all, I mean, it was only a couple of months ago I heard quite a few people speculating that Hutson might even get over $10 million per season. But I'm pretty confident he's going to be under that. He's going to buy into the system. And the Habs are probably going to get him for somewhere just under Noah Dobson's current contract. It might even be under $9 million. Wouldn't that be something? Now, I really hope they do get it done between now and Christmas, preferably. But everything from that standpoint seems really positive right now. So everybody can just breathe a sigh of relief. But that's it. That's going to do it for this little Habs news update. Now, I'm sorry about the lack of content lately, but there just hasn't really been a whole lot going on, okay, that's even worth talking about. Now, if you do have a video idea that you'd like me to look into, you can let me know what you want to see down in the comments section. Please don't forget to punch that like button right across the lips before you leave here. And hey, I'll see you next time.